So, good evening. I didn't even know I pressed live. We're back. I didn't realise it had gone live. It's all about. Anyway, big up to everybody who's tuned in. Make sure you smash the likes up. Make sure you're subscribing. Big up to everybody who has subscribed. Subs are flying up at the minute as well, so thank you very much. And we're going to talk about our head of football. Is actually the director of footballing operations at Arsenal Football Club. And this is the guy who takes care of contracts. So he's done an interview and we're going to go through it. So make sure. So let me just find it. There it is. Yes. In player recruitment, he plays a huge role in player recruitment and is involved in the contract dealings. There we go. Anyway, we're going to go through it in a second. I will be back again at 10 o'clock tonight with another transfer video. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. Obviously, when the Champions League's on, it's always hard work streaming twice on Champions League days because nobody cares. They want to watch the Champions League, proper football with proper teams. And yeah, we're going to get into it. Come on, get these likes up, people. Let's go. All right, I'm going to be on a different screen, but I will come back to your comments. All right, so this goes on for quite a while as well, so bear with me. I started work at Arsenal in May, so I was straight into the thick of things in the transfer window in my first couple of months. Since I've been here, it's been nice to have a bit of breathing space, and my day-to-day role has broadened across the club. While the transfer window was open, my job was virtually 100% supporting Edu, Mikel and Per around player acquisitions and sales, whether that was the men's first team or the academy, renewing contracts and finding solutions for players that we were selling or sending players out on loan. In the first week, I sat down with Mikel, Josh, Vinay, Tim Lewis and Edu and went through the summer plan. Then it was straight into executing that plan. During the time, I was acting as a pivot, that fancy word that everyone uses, a pivot between the legal and financial teams and the footballing side of the club. It was about taking the agreed plan and putting it into practice. I'm a qualified lawyer and I was in private practice for 10 years, then moved to West Bromwich Albion, where I was their legal counsel and club secretary for 4 years before my role evolved into a wider footballing role. So I can understand how to convert a transfer plan on paper into one of reality from a financial and legal point of view. Typically, as the transfer deals progress further, that's when my involvement grows. We get to the point where I have contracts ready to sign, and they've been agreed by the board, financial department, and legal department. Then they are presented to the player and his agent to complete the signing. From a personal point of view, I was pleased how the window went. I think there were 57 transactions in total, including renewals, academy registrations, and transfers in and out. The first team plan was executed very well. I'd say 90 to 95% of what we wanted to do, we got done. It was a difficult market, but we had to plan. We had a plan and we stuck to it. There are a lot of good people behind the scenes at the club. They're very diligent, very professional, very hardworking, and it all came together well in the end. Since the window is shut, I've become more and more involved across other aspects of the club. In a nutshell, I'm here to support Edu and Mikel and the first team staff on day-to-day basis. So that might mean helping with logistics in the international break and working with Gary O'Driscoll and getting players back from the red-listed countries. Or it could be a fixture calendar and how we work around the World Cup being in the middle of a season next year. It's anything concerning football operations or things that impact on the players, the rules, the regulations, that sort of stuff. It's a mixed bag. And obviously Arsenal is a big club. We have 3 different sites. So it's important for me to get across all of them and meet as many people as possible here. Now I've got a bit more time to build relationships and understand more about how things work at Arsenal and how I can bring my areas of expertise to help the club. I'm based in London Colney, but I try to get to the other sites as well. One of the things I was asked to do when I took the role was act as an executive point of contact and support for the women's team. It's important that Claire Wheatley, is she related to Christopher? Maybe this is how he gets all of his questions answered in press conferences. The head of women's football has someone on the exec team that she can speak to and bounce ideas off of. So I have an executive oversight of the women's team as well. Women's football is growing, and we've invested quite heavily into the squad and staff this season. It's really exciting to see where the women's side of the game is going. It's great that the club is looking at taking Arsenal women forward with a clear purpose and vision. I'm also involved in operations for the academy. This geezer's a jack of all trades, isn't he? He's basically the linchpin of the football club. Without him, it crumbles. My office is opposite to Per Mertesacker's at London Colney, so we often talk about youth development. When I first joined, he talked me through his vision for the academy and how he wanted to move it forward. He wanted my support in executing that vision, pointing out what challenges there might be, and helping him with the pro contracts for the younger players. This club has been a really good track record of bringing players through. No, it doesn't. Cheers, guys. It actually doesn't. So why are they making that up? I don't get that. I don't understand why they seem to think that we've got a weird, really good track record of bringing youngsters through into the first team, because we don't. So I'm quite sure about that, but we'll carry on. We continue. It gets harder every year, so we are constantly looking at how to evolve it. Part of that is being aware of any challenges in regulations in the game, new rules imposed by Brexit, and Premier League and FA regarding recruitment of young players both domestically and abroad. It has to be joined up with what's happening in the first team as well. And you can see that with the players that we've brought in over the summer, they're all of a certain age and profile, and they all complement what we have coming through the academy. My role in all of this is supporting a strategic plan that's in place. My 8 years at West Brom, I spent a few years with the Premier League as well, and the academies. And one of my responsibilities there, so I've seen it all across the league and how different clubs operate. That makes no sense. The ones that succeed are the ones with a clear DNA. It's the Arsenal DNA and a clear plan that they stick to. We have a clear plan. Do you remember that all summer? A clear plan. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. That's what Per is doing with the guys that he's brought in. Kevin Betsy has come in as the under-23s coach, and everybody is buying into the same philosophy. When everybody's on the same page, then you have every chance of it being successful. Well, that depends, mate. That actually really depends, doesn't it? Because if everyone's on the wrong page, then it's not going to be successful, is it? I'm there to support and bounce ideas off of them. I don't believe there is a definitive playbook for success. It depends on your own circumstances and situation. Things like your location, your competitors, your facilities, your staff, and the way the first team operates. Because here you can see Mikel gives plenty of opportunities to young players. And that's a huge advantage for us, apparently. There you go. Recruitment is obviously a vital at youth level too. The move is now to invest at younger age groups, and you have to be flexible and add more senior players where we have a need, which is what we did with Mika Beref from Fulham in the summer. But long term, a lot of clubs are doing this. You need to recruit at younger age groups because the statistics show many of the players who go on to become professionals have been at the same academy since 8 or 9 years old. Yes, you have to have some movement, but there is a very high number of players that have been on the same pathway through the club, and that is stability in their footballing education. Having said that, you still need to be clever with your investment and recruitment at slightly older level too. Arsenal have a good track record of doing that, and we will continue to do so. We are obviously between transfer windows at the moment, but an area that is ongoing is contract renewals. Well, we are not doing very good at that, my friends. What do I know? I'm just negative. But an area that's ongoing is contract renewals, and we are looking ahead at players who might be coming to the end of their deals, both in the near future, but also in 18 months or 2 years down the line. This applies to the men, the women, and the academy teams. I won't go into any names, but I certainly sit down with the board, Edu, Mikel, Per, Jonas, and Claire. He's a poet. And we discuss the players and what our plans are. We get a plan in place, and then we start to execute it. Well, you've executed absolutely nothing so far, mate, for that. Because Lacazette's down to 7 months, El Neni's down to 7 months, Kolasinac 7 months, Eddie 7 months. Not really a clear plan there, is there? We have a strategy for each player depending on their situation. As well as all the internal meetings and discussions I have with the club, a big part of the role is also speaking to external bodies like the FA and the Premier League, depending on what the agenda, are you allowed to say that word? Agenda is for the next Premier League meeting. I might go along with Vinay if it's a footballing operations related one. Obviously, I worked there for 3 years, so I know a lot of the people at the Premier League and at the FA, which can be very helpful. Any footballing operations issues, the latest changes to VAR interpretation, fixture congestion, number of subs, things like that. I would have had a conversation internally with the coaching team and can follow up on any queries for the Premier League or FA. Overall, it's been a busy few months since I started, but really rewarding. I wanted to get back into club football after working with the Premier League, and obviously Arsenal is one of the great English clubs. When I got approached about this opportunity, I was really excited. I already knew a lot of people here, and it was simply one of those opportunities that don't present themselves often. It felt a good time to come here, and there have been a lot of changes over the past few years, but I saw it as an opportunity to make an impact to help stabilise and move the club forward. And he continues on to say there have been some challenges, of course, post-COVID, restructuring internally and so on. So a lot has been going on, but what I found so far is there are a lot of good people at this club, a lot of talented people who also share the same vision of making the club a success and getting us back to where we were before, but also in a sustainable way. The ownership have been very supportive. We have to be patient. Patience, I hear you cry. Patience. We'll get to the end of it and I'll give my thoughts on it. But I've learned a long time ago that in football, you can't get too low when things aren't going well, and you can't get too high when things are going well. So it's important to keep some perspective, not lose sight of your goal and how you want to achieve it. Keep your cool, stay level-headed and have focus. Have focus, he said. Have focus. Well done. Have some focus, mate. Have some focus. How about focus on signing some of these players or selling them, mate? But there we go. There have been plenty of changes, and I'm sure there'll be more in the future. I think there are big areas we are looking at right now. And firstly, fixture congestion. There are a lot of competitions vying for space, and there are only so many weekends in a year. Yes, 52 of them, mate. And the welfare of the players in general, including mental health, concussion protocols, things like that. And finally, I'd say a big challenge the club faces in terms of staying competitive. How do we stay fresh and relevant? How do we stay ahead of the rest? Well, we're not. How do we continue to be innovative? I'll get the words out properly in a minute. Whether that's how we engage with supporters. Yes, you're welcome on here, Richard. You can come on here. We'll have a good chat. And how we recruit players. There's always a way to innovate and stay ahead of the curve. Really? Okay. We need to keep moving forward. And that's crucial because if you stand still in football, you get left behind. Well, he talks a good game, doesn't he? It sounds like he's doing a bit of everything. He's literally doing a bit of everything. Big up to Bartek for the donation, buddy. I hope you're good, by the way. Reece James is an immense baller. Reece James is an immense baller, mate. He's doing very well at Chelsea. And Chelsea are flying at the minute, aren't they? Absolutely flying. Right, now let's break this guy's stuff down, right? He says that he works between the academy, the first team, and the women's team to negotiate the contracts or get the legal side of the contracts drawn up. Sorry. He also says that he deals with Per Mertesacker on a regular basis. Their offices are right opposite each other. Hello, Per. Can I come in and have a chat? I bought you a chai latte. Dear. Would you like a soy bagel, Per? And he then said that he deals with the FA. He deals with the Premier League. He deals with getting players back in from red zone countries, etc., etc. Big up to my boy Connor on Facebook. Hope you're well, buddy, you and the missus. And he also says that they've been working on a clear plan for people that are going into the last 2 years of their contract, people that are in the last 2 years of their contract, and people that are coming right to the very end of their contract. Well, can somebody tell me exactly what he's done then? What's he done? Because take out the transfer window, which is his job, right? What has he done in terms of signing these players or getting rid of them then? Because if he don't do anything in January, then he's failed, because then they can all leave for free in the summer. I did a video yesterday on why Lacazette won't leave in January. I've seen another report today saying, that, oh, yes, Lacazette could be leaving. Lacazette ain't going nowhere. Why are we getting rid of Lacazette in January when Aubameyang's going to the AFCON? That'll leave us, well, and Eddie apparently is leaving as well. So that'll leave us with Balogun. Lacazette ain't going anywhere. No chance. Never in a million years. Yeah, I'll eat my hat if Lacazette leaves in January. And he then said that, we need to stay ahead of the curve. We haven't been ahead of the curve for about 18 years. So what is he talking about? We have to be ahead of the curve. We're trying to get players, we're trying to get people in the right positions. And if everyone's on the same page, then it can only be a good thing. Or no, if it's the wrong page and you're doing things wrong and you're not ahead of the curve because Chelsea are, or City are, or other teams are, then you're on the wrong page and the wrong curve, aren't you? So whilst it all sounds good and whilst it's all like corporate talk and it bamboozle all the hipsters out there and the the get along gang and the I'm a level-headed Arsenal fan that will buy into all of this crap. I do find it kind of funny that this guy's come out and done an interview only a couple of weeks after Josh has done an interview, who done one a couple of weeks after Edu's done one, who done one a couple of weeks after Arteta's done one. PR, PR, PR. We're on the right path, guys. You have to stick with us. Be patient. They've all said the same thing. Be patient. I've waited 18 years for a title, mate. What are you talking about? Be patient. Yeah, whilst you've come in and done 57 transactions, nobody cares. I genuinely couldn't give two flying fucks about the transactions you do for the academy or for the women's team, if I'm being honest, because I don't watch it. Yeah, I'm interested in the men's team being the best team on the planet. And the transactions, my friend, that you did, you sold Joe Willock. Well, I could have sold Joe Willock. Yeah, if somebody offered me 25 million, I'd be selling them as well. So you've done a deal that was going to be done. And then you've signed Martin Odegaard. Oh, hello, Madrid. Can we have Odegaard back? Yes, of course you can. We'll get him on the next flight now. We've just tucked them up for 30 million. Jeez. Yeah, hello, Brighton. It's Arsenal. It's Richard Garlick here. We'd like to bid 50 million pounds for the Seaside Mustafi. Yes, well, we're getting him in a cab now. Bosh. Oh, that's lovely taxi. Fucking turn it in. This club is a circus, mate. Absolute circus. It's mad. Everyone is incompetent at Arsenal. Arteta the lot. 100% agree with you. 100%. Exactly. This is a great comment. Thank you for that, Bartek. Appreciate it. Great comment. Ivan Gazidis was getting crazy abuse for doing the same thing as this guy. Exactly. But because it's the new era, the new generation, it's an evolution at Arsenal. That's the newest buzzword, evolution. It is an evolution down at the Arsenal. If you can't see the evolution going on, then you can fuck off down the lane, mate. Yeah, it's an evolution. It's mad. The bullshit these people come out with is fucking hilarious. And like, I just look at it and I think, you've basically just sat there and done an interview and dressed up why you're nicking £2.5 million a year or whatever it is you're on. He's probably on more than that. But let's say he's on 2 million a year. He's nicking £2 million a year. Yeah, hi, can we have Ben White? We'll pay over the odds. Hi, can we have Odegaard? We'll pay over the odds. Yeah, Newcastle, yeah, we'll take 25. It's not difficult, is it? Yes, I know there's legal sides of it and I'm making it simplistic, but there are legal sides of it, of course. But these people are working at Arsenal Football Club. You've been in the jobs, or that guy's been in and around the football. He was at West Brom for 8 years. He knows how to do legal side of it. He's a qualified lawyer. So don't just sit there trying making out that you're doing something spectacular. You're doing your job. And as far as I can see, you're not doing it properly because you've allowed Lacazette to get away with it. Why didn't he get sold in the summer? Yeah, you was here then for that window. He was going into the last year of his contract. So why did you let him stay? Why didn't you force him out or give him a new deal? Same with Eddie, same with Callum Chambers, same with Kolasinac, same with other players. Like, it's actually mad. The way this club operates is a shambles at times. And whilst it all sounds good and they're all pushing in the same direction, the fact and reality is, it is all PR. That's all it is. It's PR. Why have we heard from 4 of our execs? The only one we haven't heard from is Vinay. Out of the 5 of them, the only one we have not heard from is Vinay. And I guarantee he does an interview around Christmas time. I guarantee it. Or at the end of the January transfer window. Guarantee it. David Ornstein or Chris Wheatley will get that gig, wouldn't they? Yeah, it's mad. Big up to Jez. Hope you're good, buddy. Big up to you, my guy. David O'Leary for Arsenal chairman, mate. Spread this out. I'd love David O'Leary to be more than just an ambassador of Arsenal Football Club. Proper Arsenal, mate. Mr. Arsenal. And it's mad. It's actually mad. I don't get it. I genuinely just do not understand. Like, some of the crap. Arteta's got a Martinelli agenda. He has an agenda against every player that was there before he came. It's actually not far from the truth, really, is it? It's actually not far from the truth. Vinay's got an interview pre-booked with a different Chinese car company. But this is the thing. Like, I look at it and I just think, what other football club in high-level football, like top elite level football, right? In fact, forget that. What Premier League clubs, 4 execs have come out and done interviews in the last couple of months? None. So why are we doing it? Why are we coming out with Arteta doing an interview, exclusive, Edu doing one, Josh doing one, and now the director of football operations? Has Chelsea's director of football operations come out and done one of these? What about Roman Abramovich? Has he come out? What about Thomas Tuchel? Has he come out in an exclusive interview? No, he doesn't. Maybe he does. I don't know. Yeah, let's say he does. It's more likely for a manager to do it. Who else is there? Do you know what I'm saying? Has Man United's done all of this? Why is it that it's Arsenal that peddle all of this stuff? It's because they're trying to have our pants down. And people don't see through it because they think, oh my God, look, they're all singing off the same hymn sheet. They're all making it sound like everything's going in the right direction. It's not. It's not. People sit there and say, yeah, but you can't just click your fingers and wave a magic wand and it'll all be right. Why? Why? If we gave Antonio Conte the money that Arteta spent, 240 million, we would be in a title race this season. That's not even a debate. That's not even a debate. It's mad. It's actually mad. Why is it only Arsenal drop new merch every couple of weeks? Why is it only Arsenal peddle out all this crap? Like, no other football club. Man United's a PR football club, by the way. Right? Man United are a massive PR football club, like in terms of manipulating their fan base. Even Man United don't come out and do this crap. We don't hear from the Glazers. We don't hear from Woodward. We don't hear from their next one down or the next one up, their CEO and all that crap. We don't hear from them. It's only at this football club. Wake up and smell the coffee, people. This football club is having us for a ride. They're taking us on a journey into mediocrity. We're already there, but they're taking us deeper into it because what they're trying to do is actively get everyone to like suck in to, oh my God, look at what we're building for the future. Everyone's in the right direction. They've organized. So basically what they're saying is the club's been run like a fucking disgrace and they're all there to fix it, is what they're saying. And they're looking like they're the Superman. Oh, look at us. We're the guys that are coming in to save the club and we're all in the right direction and we're all working together. It's like putting gloves on your hand. It just fits. We're all fitting in. Everything's fine. It's not. We've got a shit manager. We've got a shit fucking technical director. We've got a shit CEO. This guy don't know what he's doing in terms of signing players up to new contracts because they're all running them down. And the owner couldn't give a toss. And what's the one thing there out of all of them? They're all pretty much the same age. All of them. Owner down. All these top execs. I don't know how old this Richard Garlick geezer is. Maybe he's the oldest. He's the most experienced, that's for sure. Out of all of them. Let's see how old this guy is. I don't know how old he is. If anyone knows how old he is, because I can't find it. Can't find it. No, I can't find it. I'd imagine he's in his 50s. But either way, Josh Kroenke, Vinay, Edu, and Arteta are all late 30s, early 40s. So we've now got the youngest owner, probably. We've got the youngest CEO. We've got the youngest fucking technical director. We've got the youngest manager and the youngest squad. And people are buying into this shit, thinking that in 6 years' time, we're going to be the superpower. Absolute garbage. I put something out on my Instagram yesterday, right? That I want to read it. I want to read it because I stumbled across this article. And where is it? Can I find it? Have I deleted it? I don't know what I've done with it. What have I done with it? Where are you? No, I must have deleted it. Oh, no, it's in a group chat. There it is. There it is. Right. This is an article that's gone out to about 80,000 people on a Twitter account. These players have only played 9 games together. This isn't an excuse, it's reality. They have so much work to do and they're starting to play a good style in a system that the system requires. They have so many lessons to learn until they are ready to deal with the shocks into the system as a group on the pitch. Sometimes in football, it will be fluid and dreamy, sometimes clunky and tough to watch. But when everything beds in and clicks, and it will, this team is ready to go to the moon. Right, now I'm going to say this one more time for all the cheap seats at the back. Right, name me another youth project in England that has ended up in a title. Man United, class of 92. That is it. That's it. That's the only one. So why does anyone think that suddenly this group of players are all going to grow together and go and win the title? Why do people think that? It's happened once in 30 years. In fact, in more than 30 years. It's happened once. Man United. You know, Barcelona did it. Ajax have done it a couple of times. Monaco have done it. Other than that, nobody else has done it. So what makes everyone think this is going to happen? Look at Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek's 26 years old. He's only just started coming good. So what makes people think that if you put a load of 20-year-olds together or 22-year-olds together, that in 2 years' time, they're all going to be great? One of them's come good now, but Reece James is younger and he's slapping it. Hudson-Odoi is 20, 21, and he's doing well. But in 5 years' time, he might not be. I don't get it. I don't understand why people have brought into this. What is it this manager has got over everyone? I genuinely do not understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. It then says, the current strategy is the only way we make it back to the top. We spent 8 years trying to sign ready-made players, and it was a fucking disaster. We still haven't managed to get over it. The simple truth is this. If you want to make it back to the top without the most money, you have to take some pain. We're going to take some pain this season, but at least I'll be up for the idea that stands a chance. Right, so it is a better idea then, mate. Yeah? Instead of spending 50 million on Mustafi, go and get Saliba back. Yeah, you've got 50 million for a DM now, ain't you? Hello, Brighton. We'd like to get Yves Bissouma. Yeah, 50 mil, we'll wire it now, mate. Bosh. Now we ain't got that seaside Mustafi in there. We've got a proper centre-back in there that can stand next to fucking Gabriel. Then you've got a proper DM in there. So when Partey's having a mare, guess what? The DM's mopping up for him. It's not difficult, is it? Then you don't go and get that fucking pretty Danny Ceballos from Real Madrid. Oh, hello, can we have Odegaard? Oh, yes, he's just a pretty Ceballos, but we'll have him back and we'll pay 30 mil. That's now 30 million you've got for something else. Really ain't rocket science, is it? And this is what they've done. They've actively, when Mikel Arteta got this job, they sat there and they said that it's a process. Do you remember that? Trust the process, trust it. If you can't see what Arteta's doing, mate, I'll fuck off down the lane. In fact, where's me rat? Where's me rat? We even got labelled rats by a chav in Luton who's disappeared off the face of the planet. Rats, absolute rats, because we dared to have our own opinion on the manager and didn't just suck off the manager because it gets you more views. Well, it ain't getting you no views now, is it, sunshine? Unlucky. Trust the process. Anyway, less of that. Let's continue. So yeah, it's like it started off as a process, but then what they've realized is the process ain't gonna bang. It ain't gonna bang because it was bollocks in the first place. So what they've done is they've stumbled across Smith Rowe and Saka, who was doing bits, by the way. And I remember doing a video on Claude's channel with Terry. Big up to Terry and Diesel, Claude and the Bansters. And I said on that video, name one player that's improved under this manager. Excuse me. They couldn't. I then said, he said Saka. I said, Saka's regressed. Now, fast forward 10 months later, are we all in agreement now that Saka's regressing under this manager? Like, he was playing better under Emery. Let's be real here. He was playing better at left wing back. What do I know? I'm negative. Negative. Anyway, let me read these super chats out. 18 years, we're drowning in mediocrity. We'll be the next Everton of the early 2000s. All due respect to the Toffees. Rat Army, big up DVS in the chat. Hope you're well, buddy, and the family and that. Hope you're all good. Hope you are all good. Lee, don't forget the Fab Five. Wilshere, Gibbs, Ramsey, Jenkinson, and Ox. Youth Project. The British core, I hear you cry. Oh, you've got to give them a go. Look at the British core. British core. More like fucking rotten to the core. Big up DVS, man. Appreciate that, buddy. But this is the thing. They very quickly realised that, oh, look, what we can do is, because the fans are loving off Saka and Smith Rowe, if we go and buy some younger players, we can dress this up as a project youth. And what we'll do is we'll get more time to let Mikel do what he wants, because they'll more likely go with a youth project, and we can dress it all up that we've got the youngest squad in the league and we've got the youngest manager in the league, etc., etc. And that's what they've done. They've actively taken the fucking piss, and they've spun it, and every big account on social media is backing it. Why? What, am I supposed to believe that every single person who runs a big account on social media is actually falling for this? Turn it in. They're lying through their teeth. Half of these accounts don't believe the shit they tweet. They don't believe the shit they write. They don't believe the shit that comes out of their mouth on a video. Like, so I don't know why it's every single big account is backing it. The law of averages says that one big account won't, but every single account on every single platform is Arteta in. Come on. Seriously. And I'll tell you why. Because it'll get you more traction. Because the majority of people are Arteta in. Because the majority of people are thick as pig shit and can't fucking see what day it is. This football club is finished. And I've been telling people for years, this club is finished. Until this fan base raise their fucking standards and stick it on the club to actually go and do what Chelsea do, we're finished. And if people want to piss around with some youth project that's not going to work, yeah, then crack on. Just remember who told you this, yeah? Just remember it was me that actually stuck my head up, got abuse every day, while these wankers all lying through their teeth on their own platforms, pretending that this process is going to bang and Arteta's a genius and everything's great at the football club. Yada, yada, fucking bollocks, bollocks. Yeah? Just remember, when it all goes wonky, which it will, because there's no evidence to suggest that any youth project ever, other than the class of 92, has banged. So why does everyone think this is going to happen? Not only that, players progress at different ages. So Saka's flying, then he drops off a cliff for 10 months. He might not get back on that cliff. How do we know? Smith Rowe come in, did all right, then had a stinker for a couple of months, and now he's doing all right again. But now he might have a stinker again for a couple of months. Martin Odegaard's just shit. Ben White, dog shit. They're never going to be any good. So I don't get it. Aaron Ramsdale's coming and he's flying. Doesn't mean he's going to be flying in a year's time, does it? We see this with Leno. So this is why I don't fucking jump the gun. I sit there, I look at it, and I think, right, what's my thoughts on this? Not what I want you to hear and what I think you'd like to hear, because this is what everyone else does. They just say what people want to hear and what's fashionable. So they'll go, oh my God, look, everyone's loving off Ramsdale. Oh yeah, we're suck off Ramsdale on this video. Yeah, we're sucking him up. Yeah, well done. You've had a great start to your career. 10 out of 10 since you got him, my friend. I see Leno do this when he came in the team for Czech. So why'd you fucking next in? Yeah, why are you all jumping up and down going, oh, we can get to Anfield, we beat them, we're in a title race. You on crack? Like, honestly, these people, man, they play up and play up and play up for clout. Say it from here. Say it from your fucking heart, mate. Yeah? And that's why more and more people are starting to watch this channel, because more and more people are fed up with these cunts. Yeah, just chatting shit every week. Like on their Twitter accounts or their YouTube channels or their Instagram accounts. Like, it's boring. The law of averages says one big account will be Arteta out, but every single big account is Arteta in. That makes no sense. No sense. The only way that makes sense is if they're lying, which we know they are. But there we go. Let's continue. Let's continue. Keep smashing the likes up, people. Had a mate who said Saka carried Arsenal last season. I said, how many goals did he score? He couldn't answer. I also mentioned that Pepe scored the most and he was speechless. So I'm saying, I've seen people saying that Saka carried Arsenal. Oh, he's carried Arsenal for 2 years. Carried us what? What are you talking about, carried us? Carried us to where? To 8th twice. Oh, but he's only a kid. Leave him alone. Oh, stop getting on his case. Stop bullying a 21-year-old or 20-year-old. It's not bullying, mate. The geezer's played 82 times for Mikel Arteta, which is more than any other player. He's played for Arsenal under Mikel Arteta more than any of our other players. So, what? 82 games. How many goals you scored in that? Oh, but he's only a kid. He's learning. We'll go and fucking go on loan then. This ain't a kindergarten. Yeah, you come in, you're playing for Arsenal. You do the do's or you fuck off. It's not hard, is it? Yeah, we need to start getting ruthless as a club and as a fan base, right? And the only way we get ruthless is if the fans raise their standards, because the owners ain't. They're trying to lower them. Yeah, Edu ain't. You know, none of these people are actually really interested, are they? They're just interested in taking their money out of the club and lowering the standards whilst trying to be there. Not really trying, though, are they? Because if they were really trying, when Conte was on his way down to Tottenham, they would have sacked Arteta and got Conte. Unbelievable, Jeff. Yes, Lee, Neymar versus Mahrez is back again. Come on, Mahrez FC, baby. Mahrez FC. Thank you for that super chat, JS Living. Appreciate it, buddy. It was free hit. Back the project. Back the project. Back the project. Do you know what? This is how funny it is, right? He's not improved a single player. Players are going backwards. Tierney, Partey, Pepe, Martinelli. They've all gone backwards. Aubameyang, Lacazette. They've all gone backwards since he's got here. They were all doing bits under Unai Emery. And they've all gone backwards. In fact, it's that peak that even fucking Willian went backwards. This guy is just a killer of fucking players. Like, that's all he is. It's mad. But because he's got his player, that's all we've heard. Oh, but now he's got his players. You got to give him the season. No, I don't. How many managers have been sacked? Dean Smith, sacked. Brendan Rodgers is on the verge of the sack. Then you've got fucking Norwich sacked Daniel Farke. Who else has been sacked? Nuno got sacked. He had 9 games. They sacked him after 9 games. Why do we have to give him a season? Oh, but he's got his own players now, so give him a chance. Oh, this ain't a fucking experiment, mate. This is elite level big boy football. And if you want big boy 7 on the back and big boy 10 on the back, you'll get it just as much as the other players. I don't give a shit how old you are. If you're fucking in that team and you ain't playing well, consistently playing shit, you're getting it. So it is. If you don't like it, tough. You knew what you were signing up for. Yeah, you want all the adulation, these players, when they fucking do well, but they don't like the criticism when they don't. Tough. Yeah, tough. When this football club does what's required, I'll zip it. Until then, I'm never shutting up. I'm never shutting up. Never shutting up. Never in a million years. I told my boy Claude, yeah, when I laid that rose on his coffin, I told him I am never fucking stopping, mate, until we win a title. Told him straight. And I ain't stopping. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. People say to me, oh, you got an agenda. You got an agenda. If I had an agenda, I wouldn't have a single person come on this channel ever. Because it'd just be my agenda, wouldn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't have Rants on. I wouldn't have Henry on. I wouldn't have fucking Eunice on. Wouldn't have Northside on. Wouldn't have fucking Goonie on. I wouldn't have any of the other people I've had on over the years. Wouldn't have any of you lot on match days. Yeah, I wouldn't do fan cams. Like, I wouldn't do a podcast. It'd just be my opinion if I had an agenda. Yeah, these people are fucking idiots, mate. Oh, you've got an agenda. Somebody on my Instagram today said something, no, it was yesterday, said something along the lines of, and they were replying to somebody who'd replied to me, right, on a post, saying something along the lines of, yeah, but I just back the team and support the team. That's all we can do. And I put, like they fucking know who you are and that you're backing them. Like, they don't walk out on the pitch on match day and go, oh my God, Lee Gunner's slagging us off. Well, oh, fucking hell. But how does it affect performances if you are not at the game and you ain't backing it? How does that make any fucking difference? Yeah, but it looks good online though, doesn't it? Oh, look at me. I'm a top supporter. Oh, back the team, back the team, back 'em, back 'em. What do you mean back 'em? If I don't back 'em, how's it stopping you backing them? And not only that, do they know that I'm not backing them? No, they don't. So shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. Honestly, shut up. Yeah, they're not sitting there going, oh my God, Lee Gunner's not backing us, so we're gonna lose on Saturday. Fucking idiots. Absolute fucking weirdos, social media, mate. Back the team. Back the team. I'm a true gooner. They have that in their bio, don't they? True gooner. You don't even know what the word gooner means. Like, so why you got that in your bio? Because it looks good, doesn't it? It sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, look at me. Yeah. I'm loyal gooner. Fucking, what do you mean loyal gooner? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, these people are fucking weirdos, bruv. Like, I tried explaining to someone the other day that if you're Arteta in, you're Kroenke in. He couldn't get his head around it. The process, i.e. now youth project, is run by Stan Kroenke. He's put Arteta as manager. So if you're backing the manager, you're backing fucking Kroenke. Simple as that. Cheers, guys. And on that bombshell, I'm going to do a few more comments and I'm going. I'm going to do a few more. Keep smacking the likes up. Keep smacking the likes up. It's actually mad. I don't get it. I genuinely do not understand it. Like, people just love to come across as the... yeah, look at this. This is a great comment. Big up Nathan on Facebook. It comes down to KSE. Let's keep saying Kroenke out, just not when it's trendy. Not just when it's trendy. Exactly. But when it's trendy, it hashtags and it goes trending. I don't get it. It's people on social media within the football sphere seem to think that they have to come across as the biggest and best and most supportive fan. Oh, look at me. I'm going to die and you can cut me and I bleed Arsenal. No, you don't, mate. You bleed fucking claret. That's what you fucking bleed. Yeah, it don't come out with Arsenal players coming out, does it? When you cut your fucking wrist. It ain't going to come out with Arsenal players, is it? It's going to come out with fucking blood. Yeah? We all shit out the same arseholes, mate. Everyone's got one. It's like an opinion. Yeah? Like, come on. Like these people, but oh, look at me. I'm such a good supporter. I'm so loyal. I am so sickly sweet, toxic positive. And I live in a Disney-esque fantasy that Arsenal are amazing. And then when Liverpool lose, is yours gold? You fucking dick. You absolute dicks. Grow a fucking backbone. Start saying it as it fucking is. Yeah? I'm going. All have a wonderful evening. And I'm going. Although I did miss a couple of super chats. Arteta kicked off on the touchline. Top Gooners praised Arteta for showing passion, but when Guendouzi kicked off, he had an attitude problem. Top Gooners are weird. That's a great comment. That's a great comment, Lou. Come on. Sick. That is a great comment. Starting to get a toothache as well. I don't know why, but mad toothache coming. It's always the same tooth as well. Maybe I've got something wrong with it. But listen, all have a wonderful evening. I'll be back again at 10 o'clock with an update on transfer news, giving you my thoughts on that. It'll be an upload, not a live stream. And then tomorrow I'll be back again. All have a sick evening. We're out of here. Arteta out. Everyone out. Apart from you lot. You lot are cool. Laters.